Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
In this episode of Pop Culture Weekly, it's all about anti-Valentine's Day movies that'll make you glad you're single. Let's go!
Welcome to Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon from iHeartRadio. Your pop culture news, views, reviews, and celebrity interviews on all the movies, TV, music, and pop culture you crave weekly. Here's Kyle McMahon.
Net. Hello and welcome to Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon. I, of course, am Kyle McMahon, and I welcome you. Thank you for joining me on the latest episode of Pop Culture Weekly. I once again have Amanda Baez joining me for this episode. So today, in celebration or anti-celebration of Valentine's Day, we're doing anti-Valentine's Day movies that make you wish you're single or make you glad you're single. And I thought this was fun because, I don't know, I think Valentine's Day is just a ridiculous holiday that was literally created by greeting card companies to sell stuff that you should be showing these sentiments all year.
I'm not really a big Valentine's Day person, maybe because I'm single, but I don't hate it. You know, I actually enjoy watching other people in love, and I think it's beautiful.
Okay. I have no problems with love or whatever. Like, that's cool, obviously. I just think it's a dumb holiday. Like,
why? It's just a holiday about showing that you love your significant other.
Yeah, but you should be showing that all year.
Well, I know what you mean, but, I mean, you could say the same thing for Christmas. Why do you have to only look at your family during the holidays? I mean, you should be calling them all the time.
I do.
I know, but just for other people.
Yeah, but like Christmas is like a religious holiday observed on December 25th. Valentine's Day or St. Valentine's Day or the Feast of St. Valentine is considered actually a Christian feast day honoring a martyr named Valentine. But I feel like it was a holiday created by, greeting card companies to sell greeting cards and candy and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, you should be going on a date with your Valentine, throughout the year.
Yeah.
And
well, people do that. It's just that this holiday, I guess, enforces it more.
Yeah.
Which I don't think is a bad thing.
No, I get it.
I don't know. I think that I'm thinking more about healthy relationships, relationships that
what are those?
Like stable relationships.
No, I know.
Like stable relationships where, Valentine's Day is just, you go a little bit more because of, it being more enforced. I don't know. I think that I like Valentine's Day, even as a single person, because it's just nice to see, the world connect with their significant other, even though I don't have one, which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
But, I just think that it's really nice to see.
I don't know. Obviously, I've, been in relationships during Valentine's Day and stuff. And it's, it's nice to like just kind of arbitrary. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
It gives.
Maybe I'm a hater.
Maybe. I mean, maybe you're a little bitter.
I'm not bitter. So this Wikipedia says that Valentine's Day is a major source of economic activity with total expenditures topping $18.2 billion each year, which is $136 per person.
Whoa.
Which is insane. Now, that's including giving cards to your mom, your sister, your, if you're in school, all your little friends, Valentine, like stuff like that. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Use the talkback button if you're on the iHeartRadio app. It's free and it comes right to us. And let me know what you think about Valentine's Day. Is it a sham? Is it a, what do you think? Or if you're not on the iHeartRadio app, you can go to podcast.popcultureweekly.com and click on voicemail. It'll leave a voicemail, and you can leave a voicemail that comes directly to me. So, in celebration of Valentine's Day, we are doing the top anti-Valentine's Day movies that make you wish you were single or make you, happy that you're single. So we'll get to that. But before we do, it's time for what did we watch this week? So I watched Heart Eyes, which is so good. And I'm actually going to talk about that later in the show. But I also saw The Monkey. I saw a screening of The Monkey because I'm going to be interviewing the cast. Mm-hmm. So The Monkey is based on a 1980 horror short story by Stephen King that has like this monkey toy, mm-hmm. and it's cursed. Mm-hmm. And every time the drum hits, crazy death happens.
I feel like I've heard this storyline before.
Well, it's from 1980. So it's so good. So it's written and directed by Osgood Perkins, who did, I love him. He's done The Blackcoat's Daughter, I Am the Pretty Thing That Lives in the House, Gretel and Hansel, which I loved, Long Legs, which we both love. I
have to watch that movie.
Yeah. Now, The Monkey is his new one, and it is so good. It is outlandish and crazy and darkly funny.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't expect it to be funny, and it's like darkly funny.
Like dark humor?
Yeah, very much so. It is really, really great. I love it. And the cast is great. Theo James stars in it, and he's incredible. Mm-hmm. It's just so good, and I can't wait. It comes out February 21st in theaters, and I can't wait for everybody to see it. Next episode, we're going to have the cast on.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for that. Neon is releasing the film. Love Neon. They always have great projects. They've done stuff like Long Legs, Parasite, Portrait of a Lady on Fire, Palm Springs. They're a great, great company. So in any event, put that on your list to see. I just want you to put it on your radar now, especially if you're a horror fan. This is the one to watch. And comes out February 21st. Put it on your calendar now to go see that opening weekend. You're not going to want to miss it. So that's what I saw this week. I also, finally, 20 minutes left, but I started Smile 2, which is amazing and terrifying. And it was actually so disturbing that I ended up turning the lights on as I watched it.
No way.
Yeah, it was very disturbing.
Okay, imagine watching that in the movie theater.
In the dark, yeah.
It was insane. When I watched it probably only one couple behind us. And needless to say, when the end credits came on, we were right behind that couple. They were leaving, and I'm like, you know what? Me too. We're out. We're out. We're not staying in this theater a second longer. That movie is one of my favorite movies ever. I don't know why I love it so much.
It's a great movie, and I still have 20 minutes to go to find out how it all wraps up.
What do you think is going to happen at the end? I'm curious.
I don't know.
Okay. That's valid because I didn't know either.
Yeah, we'll talk about it more next week.
Okay.
After I finish it. But
I can't believe you ended it.
I think I fell asleep or something, not because of the
fell
movie.
Asleep.
Because it was like 4 a.m.
Okay.
And I was like trying to stay up, and I'm like, just 20 more minutes, you got this. And yeah, it didn't happen. In any event, what did you watch?
I've watched a couple movies because I'm trying to prepare for the Oscars.
Yeah.
So I watched Emilia Perez.
Okay. How was that?
Ooh, I don't.
Complicated.
It is a complicated movie to describe. I mean, the storyline was interesting. I will say that. It was nothing that I had ever seen before. I went into the movie not really knowing what to expect. I didn't know anything about this movie except that it was about a lawyer. Mm-hmm. That's literally all that I knew. And within the first 15 minutes, I was questioning everything about this movie.
In a good way?
In a curious way. As to how in the world is this movie going to go. I didn't see where the vision was heading. And it was a musical. The music was extremely, extremely disappointing. And the songs I felt lasted for 40 seconds, 30 seconds. Like they weren't even minute-long songs.
Okay.
And it just wasn't it for me. But towards the middle of the movie, I feel like it started picking up. It's an interesting movie. It really is. But I don't think that it's something that I would watch again.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't really know how to feel about the whole entire plot, and premise of it.
And what else did you watch?
I watched Hard Eyes as well.
Okay.
And I watched Conclave. Conclave?
Oh, Concave. Concave.
No, Concl. Oh, wait, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, maybe she's talking about a different movie.
Yeah, I watched that movie.
How was that?
Okay, that one was really interesting.
Okay, I almost started watching that and then was like, I don't know if I'm in the mood for it right now, so I did it.
Yeah.
But it's still on my list.
I mean, it's not a movie that I would gravitate towards, but I do have to say that it was interesting to look at from a perspective of someone who is not Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
The whole entire process of determining a new pope, I didn't even know that was a real thing.
Oh, okay.
And so it was like really eye-opening to me, and it was a little juicy. It had a little drama to it.
Okay.
It was like old people drama, I think. I mean, this is a movie for, I feel, it's catered more so towards adults. It's just dialogue.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's really just based on that.
There's no like murder plot.
No,
the Pope is like an assassin or something.
I really was hoping. I was honestly hoping that there would be something a little juicier, like the Pope was like a fraud or something. I don't know, but it was really interesting. I don't think I would watch it again, but I could appreciate the whole entire plot of it.
Okay.
And the scenes, the shots. These shots were so amazing.
Yeah,
I do gotta say, like the cinematography for this movie was so beautiful.
Okay, so I'll definitely watch it then. I did grow up Catholic, and
it's kind of wild.
What, Catholicism?
No, no, like the whole entire process to get a new pope.
Oh yeah.
Like I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yep, and that's why I think I definitely interested in it.
Yeah.
And it's gotten rave reviews, so like. I think
I didn't think it was
right up my alley.
Yeah, I didn't think it was like an amazing film, but like I could appreciate what the director was trying to accomplish.
Okay.
It's just I'm not Catholic, I'm not really into that kind of, dialogue based movie, so it's like I don't want to base it off of my opinions.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I'm going to watch it. I mean, I was going to anyway, but now I'm like even more.
Yeah, give it a shot.
All right, next up, what's out this week? All right, so there's some awesome movies coming out this week. Captain America, Brave New World. I'm so hyped to see this.
Me too.
I cannot wait.
I really love Anthony Mackie as Captain America.
Yeah.
That amazing.
Yeah, I'm also curious. I heard it sets the stage for the next Avengers movies. I'm just excited. I'm always excited when a new MCU movie comes out. So
yeah.
Paddington in Peru. Did you see the other Paddington movies?
I didn't. I really want to watch them though.
I've heard they're like really, really good.
I've heard that too, which I wouldn't really expect.
I know.
People are very passionate about them.
They really are, and I don't know why, but I mean, I'm not against it.
Yeah, it's just kind of I wouldn't expect it for a movie like Paddington.
Yeah.
But people are very excited that it's coming out, and they're very passionate about this franchise.
Right.
And I don't know. It's not really a franchise that I would think would have such passionate fans.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna knock it. I'll try it.
In music, Drake is releasing a new album with Party Next Door. And I'm like so anti-Drake now. I used to love him, and then I just like feel like I just saw through the facade. Like, bro, you're not hardcore. You grew up rich in Canada. Take a seat, bro. Anyway, so he releases a new album called Some Sexy Songs for You.
Oh, wow.
Sabrina Carpenter releases the deluxe edition of Short and Sweet. I am really falling for Sabrina Carpenter.
I love her.
She is like so funny.
She is.
Like,
she's hilarious.
Yeah.
Her skits always have me cracking up.
Yeah, she's so funny. So I'll definitely check out the deluxe edition of Short and Sweet. And then in streaming, Waitress the Musical, which is, do you know who Sarah Bareilles is?
Yeah, I know her.
So she wrote this musical called Waitress, which is, I believe, based on a movie. But now she made it into a musical and it went on Broadway, and now there's a movie They filmed like the Broadway show.
Oh, like how Hamilton did it?
Yes.
Okay.
So that's out on Max. The Gorge with Anna Taylor-Joy and Miles Teller is out on Apple TV Plus, and that looks really good. It's kind of like a mystery, scary sort of thing where they're two trained operatives that are on opposite sides of like this big gorge in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And their mission is to like keep these creatures from coming out. And so they kind of have this like long distance relationship through radio.
Okay.
You know, talking on like walkie-talkies and stuff. So it looks pretty interesting. I'm excited for that. And then Cobra Kai season 6 part 3 comes out, which if you're a fan of Cobra Kai, this looks awesome. The White Lotus. Did you watch any of that?
No, I didn't.
Okay. So it's like a social satire.
Is it a show?
It is a show. Every season is kind of its own thing.
Oh, okay.
So season 3 comes out on Max. And then Bridget Jones, Mad About the Boy. It's like the 4th Bridget Jones movie.
Who is Bridget Jones?
I don't even know. It was like, I never watched any of them because they weren't for me.
Yeah.
I think they were like romance-y type
definitely not for
movies. Yeah. And then Better Man is out on digital to purchase.
I really wanted to watch that in theaters. I'm actually really bummed out.
You still haven't seen it?
I haven't seen it. And let me tell you why. Because our Regal took it out like the second day that it was released. Because I swear, I really was going to watch it after you told me about how good it was. I went on Letterboxd and the reviews are really good. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, this seems like really good, actually.
Yeah.
I want to go watch it. And literally no showings.
Yeah, you will love it. So when you can rent or buy it, it is so amazing. One of my favorites of the year, easily. And then Flow, which is a 2-time Oscar nominee. It's dialogue free. There's no talking throughout the whole movie. It's like animated.
Oh, it's up for Best Animation.
Yeah. So it's like this little black cat is struggling to survive after a flood. And then he gets like stranded on a sailboat with all these other animals. And so he kind of has to learn to cooperate with the rest of the animals in order to stay alive.
Yeah.
So that is out on Max as well. I haven't seen that, but I do want to see it. I'll probably check it out this weekend.
Watch it.
Yeah. So Flow. So that's what's out this week. All right. We're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we are going to get into anti-Valentine's Day movies. So we'll be back in 60. See you then.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have supervision, enhanced hearing, extraordinary reflexes, to be, dare we say, superhuman? Well, Roku's new Pro Series TV can't do any of that for you. But with a 4K screen, side-firing speakers, and a blazing fast refresh rate, it'll sure feel like it. Elevate your entertainment using all your favorite apps like iHeart and play all your music, radio, and podcasts with the new Roku Pro Series. Your senses aren't better. Your TV is.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions.
It's over! Fly, Eagles, fly!
Celebrate the big win with the official licensed Super Bowl champions gear. Available now at NFLshop.com.
The Eagles win it! Super Bowl 59!
From jerseys to hats to must-have collectibles, we've got everything you need to rep your team with pride. Don't wait. These styles won't last. Shop now at NFLshop.com and gear up like a champion.
All right. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for supporting our sponsors. They help this show continue to come every week and help me to get to do what I do for you. So thank you. All right. Our main event. Anti-Valentine's Day movies. The movies that make you glad you're single or make you wish you were single. So, I have a list of 10, which you'll find on my blog, popcultureweekly.com. Mm-hmm. But we're going to go through 5 of them today, and you have 5 too, right?
Yes.
So...
And they're in chronological order.
Of when they were released?
No, of how much I like them.
Oh, okay. Mine aren't in any order.
Oh,
They're
okay.
just there. But Valentine's Day, you and I have talked about this before, and we talked about it at the top of the show. This is for people that just ain't feeling it today.
People that are bitter.
No.
and heartbroken.
No.
And haven't found their person and are low-key very sad about it, but don't want to express it.
No, I have no problems being like, first of all, I don't need
Kyle,
a relationship.
It's a joke.
No, I know.
It's a joke.
I know.
I could tell you're very triggered by it, though.
I'm not. I am
interesting,
triggered.
but okay. Sorry, go ahead.
You're fine. I'm not bitter. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I am not the type of person who needs to be in a relationship to have validation.
Period.
Like I said, even when I was in relationships, I was just like, it's just another day. Like, whatever. So,
It's just another day.
Valentine's, I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were waking up thinking that every day.
Oh, no. So,
Mm-hmm.
this main event
Mm-hmm.
is for those people who just aren't feeling it today. You
Yeah.
know, maybe they're listening on Valentine's Day to this, or before or after or whenever, anytime throughout the year, and you're just like, maybe you did just go through a breakup, or maybe you're just like, screw love
Yeah.
today. Or maybe you're just like, oh, I hate romancy cute stuff. It's also cliche in film. Let me watch things that aren't that. So that's what today's about. So, what is your first one?
My first one at number 5
Okay.
is The Lost City
The Lost
with
City.
Sandra Bullock.
Okay. Oh, and
And Channing
Channing Tatum. Yeah.
I love that movie. I saw that movie when it came out, and it was so funny to me.
I actually did watch this in the theaters,
Yeah.
and I did love it because it is very much an
Mhm.
anti-Valentine's Day movie.
It's so funny. I just love her character. I can't remember her name. I just loved her character, and they were just so opposite. They worked so well.
Yeah.
Because opposites attract.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just such a joy to watch.
Yeah, it was really funny. It was not cliche, I feel like. Loretta
Yes,
Sage was a former archaeology researcher who writes romance novels centered on the fictional Dr. Angela Lovemore and her romantic interest, Dash McMahon.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my goodness. And then Brad Pitt's character.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Cracked me up. I really was laughing so much in that theater.
Yeah, that actually is, that's a great choice. I didn't even think about that one. That is a really funny
Mm-hmm.
movie, very much anti-Valentine's Day. And you know what? Even if you are happily in a relationship, like, it's a great movie.
Yeah.
It's funny. There's adventure. The cast is great.
Love the cast.
Yeah, that's a good one. All right, so my first one is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind,
Okay.
which you've never seen, right?
No, I haven't seen it.
Shocking.
You know what?
So it is a sci-fi romantic drama, kind of. It stars Jim Carrey, Kate Winslet, Kirsten Dunst, Mark Ruffalo, Elijah Wood.
Whoa.
Yeah,
All people that I
great
really like.
cast. Huh?
All people that I really like.
Yeah, an amazing cast. And basically, it's these two people who were in love who undergo a procedure to get their memory erased so they can forget each other after they break up.
What?
Yeah. It is.
Oh, I have to watch this.
You got to. It is so good. And it is. It is unique. I've never seen a movie like this. It's very much not your typical stays in the lines.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It is very much its own thing. It is heartbreaking. It is good. It is thought-provoking. It made me think, shoot, would I get a memory procedure to erase somebody?
Wait, would you?
I don't know.
I feel like I haven't met anybody as horrible to do that.
Maybe not even necessarily horrible as it is heartbreaking. Maybe I loved you so much and it just didn't work out for whatever reason. You moved away for a job and I couldn't move.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so painful that I don't even want to think about it. It's very thought-provoking.
It is. I still don't think I would do it.
I don't think I would.
I think that type of things is what makes a person, it's what helps them grow as a person.
Yeah. And it's just like death. I grieve my mom all the time. I love her so much and I miss her every day. But you can't have the highs without the lows.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I grieve so hard because I love her so much.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? One has to come with the other.
Yeah.
Or you can't just be happy all the time, or that's just normal which means you don't have the highs. You just have this baseline all the time. You know what I'm saying?
And it's not reality to be happy all the time.
Right.
You know, and to have good perception of someone all the time.
Yeah.
Like, that's not really reality.
Yep. Absolutely. So you've got to check out this movie. It is really incredible. It's become like this cult classic and one of the most interesting films I've ever seen by far.
I'm going to check it out.
Really great. Yeah. It won Best Original Screenplay at the Academy Awards. It won the Oscar for that. Won Best Original Screenplay at the British Academy Film Awards. Actually, you know the Halsey song Ashley?
I love that song.
So the dialogue in Ashley is from the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
no way. Okay, I definitely got to watch it.
Yeah.
Because Halsey's one of my favorite artists of all time.
Yep. And the track Clementine that comes right after that.
Yes.
That is titled after Kate Winslet's character
You know what?
in the film.
I'm putting this in my thing right now.
Yeah.
Because that just screams a movie that I would love.
Yeah. It's incredible. So in any event, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind is on my list for sure. So, all right, what's your next one?
So my fourth one is Gone Girl.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yes, with Ben Affleck.
Yes.
I love that movie.
I love that
so
movie.
Good.
It is so good. What do you love about it?
I just think that it's very dramatic.
Yeah.
And she's freaking psycho. What's Amy? Amy's freaking psycho. When I first saw it, I was thinking to myself, what in the world? Well, let me not say when I first saw it, because I read the book first.
Oh, you did?
I read the book first because one of my good friends wanted me to read this book, and I had no idea what it was about. So she told me a little gist of it, and I was like, okay, I like murder mysteries, and I'm reading this book, and it's very detailed, and I'm like thinking to myself, what is happening? It's such a psychological thriller that it literally takes the book and just embodies it in the movie.
Okay.
Because you know how sometimes book and movie adaptations are just completely terrible?
Yeah.
No, this one, it's like they speak lines word for word. Not all of them, but it's like, it's very, very close. I don't know. It's just so insane. The lengths that this woman was willing to take. Me, I would have just left and that's it. I don't know. I was just watching this movie and for the first time and it was like, yeah, this is psychotic.
Yeah. I had never read the book, but I did see the movie, and I really like Ben Affleck, obviously.
You do?
Like, as an actor?
No, I like him as an actor.
That's what I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I love him as an actor. I love the director, David Fincher, and Rosamund Pike, who's been on the show. Shout out to her. She plays Amy. So I was like, okay, I'm in. It looks like a cool psychological thriller, like mystery, blah, blah, blah. And I was hooked on it. It is really, really a great movie. I actually haven't watched it in a while, so I want to, you've made me want to pull it back out. That is a good one.
Yeah, I rewatched it, I think, on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
For the podcast.
Yeah.
So I was like, I want to watch it again. I haven't seen it in a while. And I don't know, watching it from my perspective now that I'm a little older versus the time that I did watch it when I was a little younger, I just really see how unhinged this movie is. And I don't know, she was very determined. And I can respect that.
Oh, I thought you were going to say I can relate. I was going to be like,
no way.
No.
I mean, and the fact that, what was his name? Nick? The fact that all Nick did was just honestly fall out of love. Like, he did cheat. Okay. He did cheat. But he wasn't like violent towards her. I mean, yeah, he pushed her a couple times, but it's like, you got people that are beating their wives full on.
You went from, he didn't really do anything wrong to, well, he cheated and he kind of physically assaulted her.
No,
but besides that.
Okay, but like, honestly, yeah, I have no defense. But no, you know what? Yeah. I don't know. I just think that just leave.
Yeah.
He fell out of love with you. He cheated. Okay, he pushed you. I mean, just, maybe do something a little less mundane. But, like, I don't know. It was just, I would have liked it if Nick was, like, this raging alcoholic. You know what I mean? Like this such a terrible, terrible person. I mean, he was a bad person. But I don't think that he was, like, the fact that he was just, like, a regular guy. I mean.
Minus the cheating and the physical abuse. But
no, that's regular guys.
What?
I'm kidding.
Oh my God.
I'm kidding. Am I? But I just think that she was just doing a little too much.
Yeah. She was doing a lot too much, but it is a really great. I do really love that movie. Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I want to pull that back out. All right, well, my next one is Blue Valentine. I know that you haven't seen this one.
How do you know?
Have you seen this one?
No, but how would you know if I haven't?
I just know. So Blue Valentine is a movie with Ryan Gosling, Michelle Williams. Have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
Exactly. But it's basically
You okay there?
Yeah, I was just trying to think of how to say it without spoilers. It's about a married couple, Michelle Williams and Ryan Gosling, and like the film shifts back and forth through their time from when they first met to essentially their divorce years later. So it kind of goes back and forth throughout it.
Okay.
And it's done really, really well. And I think what it is it's such a different take on like, a drama where people fall out of love and divorce.
Okay.
That's what makes it super interesting. And then the actors, I mean, Ryan Gosling and Michelle Williams, like they're awesome, incredible actors. So, and then, combine that with the story, how the storytelling's done of like going back and forth through time. It's just super creative and really good, I think.
So it's just a movie about marriage and divorce?
Yes, but it's like how it's done.
But it's more complex than that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So it's just super, it's told, we're going back and forth in time, basically.
So is it like past and present?
Exactly.
Past and present?
Yep.
Kind of like Gone Girl, how they were going back and,
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So it's just unique in how they're telling the story of this romantic partnership that turns into a marriage, that turns into a divorce. You know what I mean? So I love it for that reason. It's just not your run-of-the-mill drama about divorce. It's a great movie. It made a ton of top 10 lists that year, 2010, as movie of the year, like the AV Club, San Francisco Chronicle, USA Today put it at third, their third best film of the year. I mean, it's it's a really, really great movie that I think it very much encapsulates anti-Valentine's Day.
And it's a drama?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And Ryan Gosling, Michelle Williams, totally
they're great.
in. Yeah. Yep. So add that to your list.
I gotta check that out.
What's your next one?
So my next one, my number 3 is Honora.
Is this the recent one?
Yes. With Mikey Madison. It's nominated for like a million Oscars this year.
Keep going.
I saw that movie last year. So basically it's about a stripper, sex worker.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. Keep going.
Okay. It's about a stripper sex worker, and she gets into this whole entire situationship with this rich guy from Russia. They basically get married. I mean, you can see it in the trailer.
Okay.
They get married, and then there's a whole entire situation of trying to basically fight the marriage.
Okay.
With the parents.
Oh, okay. Got you.
And they just roam through New York, and it's just so Cinderella gone wrong type of movie.
Okay.
I don't know. I loved it. I mean, I love Mikey Madison so much. Like, her acting was so amazing in this movie. It was just such a roller coaster to see it on the big screen because I watched it in theaters. I don't know. It was so extremely funny. And I just felt like her, not with the whole like sex workers.
I was going to say.
But her attitude towards life.
What are you doing here?
Time out. Pause. But her attitude towards like life and her attitude of how people treat her and how she basically defends herself and she's not afraid to like speak her mind. Like, I saw myself in her in that point of view, and it was just so funny because she's a fighter. I don't know, like, her character was just so complex, and it's really sad. Beside, like, when you look underneath all of the comedy and all of the, like, drama, it's a really sad message that this movie is sending out.
Okay.
I hope it wins something from the Oscars because it honestly deserves it.
So Sean Baker is the writer and director of this film, and I love Sean. Sean is he did The Florida Project. Did you see that?
No.
Okay. Florida Project is so good. He has a very different way of how he makes films. Like The Florida Project, I think that was the one he used all iPhones to make the
Oh,
film.
wow.
Or no, that was Tangerine. I think he used all iPhones. The Florida Project.
Like to film the movie?
Yeah. Yep.
What?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
It was Tangerine that was filmed with an iPhone. The Florida Project was filmed on 35 millimeter film, except with an iPhone 6S Plus in Disney World, in Magic Kingdom,
Oh my
without
God.
their knowledge. They didn't know that they were.
Oh, they didn't tell Disney?
No.
Oh my goodness.
So they didn't have permission. They didn't, they just did it kind of like, oh, we're just
Yikes.
here as guests.
Oh.
The film is awesome, and I interviewed most of the cast and the writer and everything in a previous episode, which I will link in the show notes. But yes, Sean Baker is incredible. So if you liked Nora, you'll like The Florida Project. You'll like Tangerine. He did Red Rocket last year, maybe, which is with Simon Rex, where Simon is a middle-aged, like, retired porn star who leaves L.A. to go back to this, like, small town in Texas and tries to get his life together or whatever. It's super. All of Sean Baker's films are super interesting.
Yeah, Nora was the first one that I saw from him, and it was definitely something.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't really know what I was going to go watch
Uh-huh.
when I saw Nora. I mean, I seen the trailer, obviously, and knew that she was a stripper, and she gets with this guy, and there's a whole entire crazy rendezvous that they go through. But I didn't know the details of it.
Yeah.
And I just think that it was so funny. I mean, it's really a funny movie, and I think that the trailer didn't portray that for a reason.
Okay.
It looked more like a drama,
Yeah.
like a romance movie, but it was actually extremely funny.
Okay. Another movie that you might like of his, Tangerine, that I talked about, that was the one that was shot with iPhones, totally. That is about a transgender sex worker who discovers that her boyfriend and pimp has been cheating on her. That's like a crazy movie. It's good. You
So
should.
what is up with Sean Baker and these sex workers?
He just likes telling stories, I guess, from.
That's a pretty unique niche.
It is.
But he did a really good job with Nora, so I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah, check out Red Rocket. Check out The Florida Project. The Florida Project is crazy.
okay.
I highly recommend those. So, all right, my next one, Heart Eyes, which I just saw,
I just saw it too.
but it is such a great anti-Valentine's Day movie. It's and by the way, you can see my review, my 1-minute movie review of Heart Eyes on TikTok or YouTube Shorts at Pop Culture Minute on YouTube, or at Pop Culture Weekly, or on TikTok at Kyle to You. Go to Kyle McMahon and it's there. But a shout out to my social media channels.
Like, comment,
and subscribe.
and subscribe.
But Hard Eyes, I had so much fun watching that movie. It is, for me, it is like the perfect definition of an anti-Valentine's Day movie.
Mm-hmm.
These two aren't in love. They're like coworkers that just so happen to kind of, and I don't want to give it away any spoilers, but incidentally kiss for a reason. And the serial killer sees them and puts them on his hit list for his annual Valentine's Day couple killings or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was so funny.
It was hilarious.
Yeah. The kills were ridiculous in a great way. Just the whole thing. And I love how it never took itself seriously, because some horror movies especially tend to take themselves seriously in instances when they shouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Some horror movies should be taken seriously, but then there's some that are just like so ridiculous. Like Heart Eyes leans into that.
Like, have fun. Loosen up.
Exactly.
The kills were definitely ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I love them. I
Yeah.
mean, they're ridiculously good.
Yes.
Given the film's theme,
Yeah.
I think that the kills were really appropriate.
Yeah, me too. It was just so much fun. And this is one that I would watch every Valentine's Day season.
Day.
Yeah. Just like Thanksgiving has become, the Thanksgiving movie has become one that I watch in that time frame every year.
Yeah.
This will be one that I watch around this time frame every year too.
I do have one thing, though, that I wasn't a fan of. I wish that the mask Heart Eyes would glow 24/7.
Okay.
That's the only thing. I was very upset when I know. I was very upset really in the theater when the Heart Eyes turned on.
Yeah.
I was like, that's kind of slay.
Yeah.
why are you not having that on 24/7? What, like, you need like special batteries for it? What is like that? Just set the mask for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a very nitpicky thing for me,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it really bothered me.
It was really dope when it happened. I was like, oh,
I was like, it should be the thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just really upset.
But if it's night goggles and he had them on all the time, then
Doesn't
in the
matter.
day he's like blinding himself.
Doesn't matter. No, it
I know
does
they
not
could have found some
matter.
dumb way around it.
Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
was just like, it's such a sleigh mask.
it
man.
really is. I hope that there's sequels.
You know what? Me too. When I was watching it, I was watching it in the mindset of like, okay, maybe it's gonna take a Scream type of route where we know who the killer is.
Yep.
So I was watching it and I was like, okay, let me just cross off the people that are in this movie. Like what? Like let me just see if, and it was very interesting.
Yeah, I loved it. I highly recommend it. If you haven't seen it, go see it. Valentine's Day or Valentine's weekend or not, check it out. All right, what's your next one?
My next one is Get Out by Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele is one of my favorite directors
Oh, me
ever.
too. Me too.
Okay, talk about it.
So I watched this movie for the first time many years ago. I rewatched it last night actually for this podcast, and my mind is still the same about it. I mean, it's a great film. When I watched it many years ago for the first time, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't understand most of it. Like, I didn't understand like really why these things were happening and why they were choosing, black people as their experiments and, all that kind of stuff. And as the years have gone by, and I, me being a Hispanic woman and I have experienced things myself, I really understood it. It was one of those movies where it came full circle for me. I was like, you know what? I was too young back then.
Yeah.
But now it's like, I get it.
Yeah.
And it is a masterpiece. I really related to Chris as, a Latina. I really related to him. And just, he was the embodiment of, I feel as though myself in situations like that, because I've been in situations exactly like that where I've thought the exact same things. And it's just really funny to see it on screen.
Yeah.
And to know I'm not the only one that sees this sketchy shit.
Yeah.
And I'm not the only one who thinks it's freaking weird. So I don't know. That movie mind blew me so much, and I absolutely love it to this day.
Yeah. Jordan Peele is a genius, in my opinion. And it's so smart how he made a great horror film on its own, but then underneath of it, there's so much meaning and subtext, and like it's a commentary on, race in America. But I feel like if you're dumb, you wouldn't even know that, and you could still enjoy the movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or if you're oblivious.
Yeah.
Like if you're just like, oh, everything's great, blah, 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 you could still watch it and be like, this is a great movie.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
I think that was me when I watched it. I was 16.
Yeah.
And I knew about race, I knew about the issues with it, but I don't know. I never really thought much about it because I'm 16 years old.
Right, of course.
I'm worried about my English essay.
Exactly.
But as an adult, yeah, I mean, I really did look at it through a new lens.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was just more impactful for me.
Yeah. He's a genius. I freaking love him and everything he does. I love you, Jordan Peele. Come on the show. All right. Next up for me is Midsommar. Did you ever see this movie?
I'm sorry. No.
Oh, okay. I'm shocked. Shocked
I
Pikachu
know.
face.
You know what? I don't even know why you keep on asking me to come back, honestly. Have you seen this movie? You should know. You know.
So, Midsommar, I still don't know if it is horrible or amazing.
Oh, I hate movies like that.
But it is super interesting.
It makes you start thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it is by Ari Aster, who I love. He's done so many great movies like Hereditary and Beau is Afraid. So, and it's from A24, who I love A24, their studio. It stars Florence Pugh.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah, she's amazing. And Will Poulter is also in it. So basically it is, how do I do this without any spoilers? Okay. Florence kind of invites herself to her like guys trip to her boyfriend's like guy's trip,
Okay.
to Sweden to this retreat.
For guys?
No, for like anybody, but it
Oh.
was like a guy's trip.
Okay.
And that's really all I can say about it without
okay.
giving any spoilers.
Mm-hmm.
But it is batshit insane.
What, does she like find secrets and stuff?
So much.
Oh, okay.
It's really hard to talk about without spoiling
Without
it.
giving it away.
Yeah, without giving anything away. I literally had to close my eyes during the movie numerous times at the movie theater.
Wait, it's scary.
Yeah, it is disturbing. It gave me like a bad feeling.
What?
Yeah.
Like physically or
Yeah,
mentally?
like mentally, like
okay.
like oh, what, like I don't like this. But then after the movie, I literally sat there with this girl, and the lights came on, and I'm like sitting there, and she's like, "What the did we just watch?" And I
Yeah.
was like, I don't know. And she's like, "What did you think?" And I'm like, I don't know. I don't know if that was incredible.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was like a masterpiece. I don't know if it was trash. I don't know.
You see, if I was ever a director, I would want my movies to impact people in that way.
Yeah.
I love it when I cannot decide on if I like a movie, hate a movie. I love that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, and that's why I have talked about it numerous times on the show, this movie, because I don't want to say it's a bad movie because it's not. You know, it's beautifully shot. It's well written. The acting is great. I don't know.
You know what? That was honestly me with that Amelia Perez movie. I didn't know how to feel about it.
Yeah.
I still, honest to God, don't. I don't know if I like it a little bit. I don't know if I hate it, but I get what you're saying when it comes to feeling that after a movie.
Yeah.
And
And
you just feel so conflicted because it's just so thought-provoking.
exactly. And so that's what this movie is for me. But by far, it is an amazing anti-Valentine's Day
Well, that's what matters.
movie. Yeah, that's what matters for this episode anyway. But yeah, I highly recommend it. It is so thought-provoking. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Actually,
I don't know nothing about this movie, though. You gotta tell me something else.
let me see.
Tell me one thing.
Let me see what like IMDb says. A couple travels to Northern Europe to visit a rural hometown's fabled Swedish midsummer festival. What begins as an idyllic retreat quickly devolves into an increasingly violent and bizarre competition.
Competition.
It is wild. Do yourself a favor and don't look up anything on it.
Okay.
If you're going to watch
Okay,
it,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
I want to now.
because you going in with less knowledge it will be more impactful for you when you watch it.
Okay.
But it's one of those movies that I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, even it's years later and I don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know. That's all I can say.
It's gonna be the review in your letterbox. I don't even know.
That's what I was actually
Are you serious?
just thinking of. I was like, I should probably go in and review it on Letterboxd and just be like, I don't even know. Don't know.
That's funny.
Yeah, but it's well worth your watch. Well worth a watch, especially as a film fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it to the average Joe who's just looking for like a big Hollywood blockbuster. It's not that.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's not what I would recommend. But for somebody like you, and you listening at home or in your car or at work or whatever, you guys get it. So I do recommend it for you.
Okay.
So in any event, Midsummer.
Let's get it.
What's your next one?
So my number one, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. And it's more of a dark anti-Valentine. So it is Last Night in Soho. Have you seen that movie?
So much, yes.
I am obsessed with this movie. This movie is easily in my top 3 favorite movies of all time.
It is so good.
That movie, let me tell you something about that movie. When I first watched that movie, I could not even begin to describe the obsession that I had with all things like 1950s and just the Hollywood scheme back then. Like, I was obsessed with like the soundtrack bomb. I love everybody on that freaking cast. The storyline bomb. That movie is just pure art
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah.
I can't. I love that movie so much. I have posters of that movie like in my desk area. I am obsessed. I'm just completely in love with that movie.
It is so good. And if you don't know what we're talking about, 2021 psychological horror from Edgar Wright, who I love. Edgar Wright. He's another amazing writer and director. He's done things like The World's End, Ant-Man, Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz. Incredible visionary director, writer. And he did this film with Anna Taylor-Joy, Matt Smith, Diana Rigg, Thomasin McKenzie. It's just the whole film. I agree. It's one of those movies that builds a world.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do I know what you're saying?
I love that. Yeah, that's a really good one.
You know those movies that you wish you could watch again for the first time?
Yes.
That would be my number one movie that I would want to watch again for the first time because of how much that movie messed with me.
Yeah.
It was just amazing. Very rarely do I ever leave a theater that impacted from a movie.
Okay.
I don't know. I love that movie. I don't know why I love the movie so much.
No, I agree. I love it too. It is such a good movie. That's like a great choice too.
That movie's great. I can't even talk about it.
Well, my last one is The Breakup, which from 2006. It's billed as a romantic comedy / drama.
Okay.
I don't really agree with the billing of it being a rom-com because it's not. I mean, it is funny and there is romance involved, but it's literally about their breakup.
Oh.
So it's not really a traditional rom-com.
Okay.
Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston are star in it, and then Joey Lauren Adams is in it, and Margaret. Great cast, Justin Long. And it really just, it is about the breakup of this loving couple. And it's done in a funny way. It's sad almost in a way because you're like, damn, like they loved each other, but
I was rooting for y'all.
now they don't. Yeah. I mean, so this film is different in the fact that it's not, you know, most movies are, the movie ends once they do fall in love, right? Mm-hmm. This movie kind of begins when they fall in love and ends with the breakup. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of interesting.
It really is. It is such a great movie that I was just shocked at. I only saw it. I love Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston. I will wear a diaper and have people throw pudding at me for her.
What?
If she wanted me to.
It's so random. But I get it. I get it though.
She's just gorgeous and talented and everything. But so I was like, all right, you know what? I'll see it. Whatever. And I loved it. I was like, wow, this is a really interesting way to look at a relationship. Mm-hmm. You don't see it all the time in movies as the point of the movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's funny. It's real. It's sad. It's happy. It's depressing. It's great. It's The Breakup, starring Vince Vaughn and Jennifer Aniston. I feel like I'm selling it.
Well, you kind of are.
Yeah, true. So anyway, I recommend that if you're in your feels.
Which I'm never in my feels.
But you definitely need to watch Midsummer.
Okay, I have that one and I have the first one that you
Eternal
mentioned.
Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Yes.
And I want a full report on your Letterboxd.
Full report, oh my goodness.
Within the next couple of weeks.
Well, let's not get too ahead of ourselves.
All right. I'm excited for next episode because I'm interviewing the cast of The Monkey. I'm so excited.
That's going to be fun.
Yes.
I love Theo James.
Theo James is amazing, and he's amazing in The Monkey. Yeah, the whole cast is great. And Osgood Perkins, I love him. I've talked about that. I can't wait for everybody to see this. February 21st.
I wish that I would see it so that I could share in the hype.
I know.
But I'm like just trusting your word. I'm like, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to watch it.
You should. I want you to use your, I mean, you do whatever you want. You're an independent woman. You don't need no man. But I would suggest to you to use your Regal Unlimited and go next Thursday for preview night and see The Monkey and enjoy the hell out of it because it is so much fun and terrifying and funny.
I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I really am.
It's good.
I'll see it.
So anyway, all right. Well, thank you so much, Amanda.
Thank you.
As always, it's always a pleasure to talk pop culture with you.
Mm-hmm.
And there's your anti-Valentine's Day
Movie list.
Thank you. I don't know what happened there. I rebooted or something for a second. In any event, I will see you next time. I love you. We out.
Thank you for listening to Pop Culture Weekly. Hear all the latest at popcultureweekly.com.
Up love, it sucks and I'm bitter.
What are you looking for in a new smart TV? 4K picture quality, high quality and immersive sound, a sleek design? All of those are givens, but only the new Roku Pro series has all of those and the Roku streaming experience, an award-winning OS. Get fast, easy access to all your apps like iHeart, where you can stream all your favorite music, radio, and podcasts all day, and regular all-inclusive trips to Roku City. The new Roku Pro series, a smart TV built by the streaming pros.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions.
It's over! Fly, Eagles, fly!
Celebrate the big win with the official licensed Super Bowl champions gear. Available now at NFLshop.com.
The Eagles win it! Super Bowl 59!
From jerseys to hats to must-have collectibles, we've got everything you need to rep your team with pride. Don't wait. These styles won't last. Shop now at NFLshop.com and gear up like a champion.
Ryan Seacrest here. When you have a busy schedule, it's important to maximize your downtime. One of the best ways to do that is by going to ChumbaCasino.com. Chumba Casino has all your favorite social casino games like spin slots, bingo, and solitaire that you can play for free for a chance to redeem some serious prizes. So hop on to ChumbaCasino.com now and live the Chumba life. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.